we have found a perfect solution. Eba Cosmetics, halal and certified, vegan and cruelty-free lipsticks and makeup range. So Eba is India's first halal certified cosmetic brand, which offers over...
Hi everybody, welcome to Qurius. Today we are delving into the expansive world of the halal economy, a global industry worth whopping $2 trillion. In India alone, this thriving market is valued at around $100 billion and shows no sign of slowing down. Let's start with the basics. Halal is an Arabic word that translates to permissible in English. In Quran, halal means allowed and its opposite of haram, which means forbidden. Islam generally considers every food halal unless it is specifically prohibited in Hadith or the Quran. Most common example of haram food is pork. While pork is the only meat that categorically may not be consumed by Muslims, vegetarian cuisine is haram if it contains alcohol. Muslims must also ensure that all the foods, particularly processed foods, as well as non-food items like cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, are halal. Frequently, these products contain animal byproducts or other ingredients that are not permissible for Muslims to eat or use on their bodies. Foods which are not considered halal for Muslims to consume include blood and intoxicants such as alcoholic beverages. Halal meat must come from a supplier that uses halal practices. This method of slaughtering animals consists of using a sharp knife to make an incision that cuts the front of the throat, esophagus, and jugular veins but not the spinal cord. An animal that has been strangled or beaten to death, killed by fall, gored to death, savaged by beast, or sacrificed on a stone altar cannot be eaten. Although the halal products have been in use since ages, in 2006, the Halal Industry Development Cooperation was established in Malaysia to promote halal industry. In 2013, Kuala Lumpur hosted the World Halal Research and World Halal Forum Summit with a focus on halal economy. This summit pledged to bolster acceptance of halal products worldwide through greater cooperation between the halal industry and the Islamic banking financial sectors. Also, to promote halal investments in the halal industry, index series like SAMI, that is Socially Acceptable Market Investments, Halal Food Index, a stock market index listing Sharia-compliant companies, are gaining popularity. It is worth noting that these efforts have gathered tremendous support as well as momentum over the years. The halal industry governs all aspects from farm to consumer, which includes the production and distribution lines. As the halal economy taking shape, a greater emphasis was placed on growing the Islamic economic sector by utilizing this halal economy. The idea of halal economy has grown from its somewhat humble beginnings pertaining to only meat. This has pushed the need to tweak rules to suit different needs. So depending on the prevalent conditions, something that may have been considered as haram a few years ago has become halal now. The ever-widening scope of halal industry will be evident with the following examples. From meat to vegetarian products such as Haldiram's namkeen are now halal certified. Dry fruits, sweets, chocolates are also included. Foodstuffs to cosmetics like grains, oil, soaps, shampoo, toothpaste, kajal, nail polish, lipsticks and other cosmetics are now under the ambit of halal certification. Medicines like Unani, Ayurvedic medicines like honey are now halal certified. Multinational food companies like McDonald's, Burger King, Domino's Pizza, food available in almost all airports is now halal certified. Kochi is now home to the country's first halal certified apartment complex built as per the Sharia regulations. The complex has now separate swimming pools for men and women, separate prayer halls, washroom that face away from Mecca, clocks that alert you to namaz timings, facility to broadcast the namaz into every house among other modern amenities. Global Health City Hospital in Chennai is a halal certified hospital. They claim to meet international standards of hygiene and dietary regulations as per the tenets of Islam. This halal certification helps hospital to cater the demands of patients from over 50 Islamic countries and giving hospital tourism a boost. There are numerous websites for singles to meet up and befriend each other. Now there are halal certified dating websites that do this in a Sharia compliant way, Mingle being one among them. There are over 1,250 Sharia compliant stocks which are called halal stocks. Sabrimala temple now has halal jaggery. Many welcome such a development as promoting harmony between faiths but point out the certification needs to be done scientifically rather than getting carried out by those wholly unfamiliar with the technical details of the items that are certifying for the consumption. However, the questions and the debates arise about the necessity of certifying buildings, dating apps as halal. Some argue that adherence to Sharia law in investments without funding from haram industries like alcohol justifies such certifications. Drawing a clear line between halal products and non-haram funding remains a challenge. In states like Karnataka, for example, where government's major revenue is from alcohol, any state-sponsored scheme and funding would be haram in that case. Another important question is who will certify the products as halal. Certifying products as halal poses questions about who should oversee the process. In India, where the halal industry is still in infancy, private companies like Halal India Private Limited and Jamaatullah-i-Hind Halal Trust plays a significant role in certification. Halal economy tries to impose a wholly Islamic system in production to consumer chain, but it is not easy to compete with the existing giants in the industry. For example, it would take an inordinate amount of time and energy to produce and market halal products that would meet or surpass the existing products by leading brands like McDonald's, Domino's, etc. It is also not possible for these companies to employ only Muslim employees when operating in non-Islamic countries. So, they have been given some special concessions. They are allowed to pay a hefty fee to obtain a renewable halal certification. This fee is used to strengthen the Islamic financial system. Companies today are being asked to pay large sums of money as halal certification fees if they want their products to be certified for the use by Muslims. In a democracy like India, where the government has set up FSSAI to certify a product, it is nothing but extortion, especially for non-meat products. Even if one takes into account the religious sensitivities of Muslims vis-a-vis halal meat, and for that a body exclusively comprising Muslims can be set up, the government can easily set up its own halal certification center for non-meat products and earn easy money. In India, the country's halal industry is still in its infancy. There are no specific labeling requirements for halal food products imported from India. In India, FSSAI certification can be seen on almost all the processed foods, but the government neither mandates halal certification nor does it provide a unifying regulatory law. Hence, it is important to have halal regulations placed in India. Despite India's diverse halal market, challenges persist, including lack of authoritative control, regulation, and awareness. The absence of specific labeling requirements for halal food products imported into India calls for unifying regulatory law to streamline the certification process. As we navigate the complexity and challenges of halal trade in India, it is evident that this industry is evolving, encompassing a wide array of products and services. If you have enjoyed this video and found the information valuable, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious. Thank you.